Apocalypse.
Alright, what's up guys and welcome to another video. Today we are starting a new series on NBA 2K17. We'll be doing a Myleague and we'll be doing a fantasy draft on that Myleague. I'll just go through the settings quickly when I decide to go into it, that is. I'm going to start in regular season. Well, at least I think we are. Yep, setup options. Normalized player to sim minutes on, fantasy draft on, serpentine, draft type, go down to difficulty, and we are going to put it on superstar, but I do put that back down to all-star later on. And yeah, that's it for the settings. Injuries on, hard cap, salary cap on, that kind of thing. The team, we're doing it with my favorite team in the NBA, which is the Los Angeles Clippers, because I want to get them a championship, because it's probably not going to happen in real life. So, you know, and now we're just waiting to see what happens. What pick we get in the fantasy draft. And just going through, see everything's on manual, stuff like that. Doesn't really matter too much. And the pick we got was the third pick, which was at the time I thought it was a really bad pick, even though I knew we would have got a superstar. Which we selected Russell Westbrook, which is the MVP, Russell Goatbrook. Really glad we had him, because he's like so good in all the other games. I thought it was bad because we wouldn't get like any other good players, but then it turned out to be a pretty good team. So I was just thinking about picking Russ Westbrook up and then just going for shooters basically, or players that can shoot pretty well. So I was thinking about a big man, I think. I don't know why I'm in point guards, because I picked up Russell Westbrook. I don't know why I'm looking at point guards. I went through all the players there and saw what was on offer. But in the end, I went for a center. This the highest rated there, if you can see. Al Horford can shoot at 3-ball. Mid range is pretty good. That's why I picked him up really, and he's pretty good. So now, our other pick, the third pick, I don't know, we're just going for shooting again really, but also like good driving inside and stuff at the same time. We went with a small forward by the name of Rudy Gay. I'm just looking through all the young and see who's there. Brandon Ingram's there, could have selected him. All those things, but I decided to go with the highest rated small forward. I don't really like Rudy Gay heaps well, but he's still like a really good player, so I decided to pick him up as I'm just looking through all the other young players, seeing what's there and stuff like that. But I do go for Rudy Gay just because he's got a good 3-pointer. Just can shoot really. I was looking at Jamal Murray though. I really like Jamal Murray, but that might be for another series. Yeah, so now I'm looking at Gallinari, Chandler, and Gay. I decided to pick up Rudy Gay just because he's just better. He's just like the best player available. So now we're going through, and I saw Jamal Murray get taken sometime there, so I was kind of disappointed about that, but it doesn't really matter. Now I think I was thinking about just going for a young player, but then I realised, well, we should just go for a championship in the first season, really, because, yeah. So I decided to go with a power forward. I can't actually really remember who I picked here. Yeah, I went with the power forward. I went with Markieff Morris, as you can see on the screen, because good mid-range, good shooting, good 3-point. Yeah, it's alright 3-point. But then I saw JJ Redick, I'm like picking him instantly because fits the team I want perfectly. A plus 3-pointer. And with this, I saw Patrick Beverley. I'm like backup point guard. Thank you very much for picking him up. Just for the defense he provides, it would be great off the bench. And yeah, and then I saw Joe Ingles. Bang, straight away. Picked him up the same reason as JJ Redick. Fits the team perfectly. Can shoot lights out. And that's what I wanted, really. So now, I haven't actually selected him yet, but that's what I do search. And that was my reasoning behind it. So now I think I went young here. I'm not too sure. Well, we went with, I remember now. We went with a player, quite old, really, but shoot mid-range really well. 3-pointer, not so much, but 3-pointer, mid-range, great. And that's why I picked him up, just to shoot mid-range, get inside, get boards. And as you can see on the screen, David West is who I pick. Probably could have picked Channing Frye, but I decided to go with David West because he could also go inside. And this, I selected the second GOAT for our team, Zaza Pachulia. Now we have Zaza, the GOAT, and Russell Goatbrook in our team. So we have 2 GOATs, which makes us double heaps better. We just went young here. I'm actually getting this right, I think. Am I? No, I'm not, I think. Well, anyway, I think we go with the shooting guard. I don't really 100% remember. But I think we went with the shooting guard, as I'm a bit lost, by the name of, oh, do I go? Yeah, I think I went with Courtney Lee. Because he mid-range spot on. Yeah, I do go with Courtney Lee. And just great 3-point shooter, really. Can shoot pretty well. And I was pretty happy with our draft in general, really, how we went. This one, we went young. Definitely. 100%. I'm finally going to get it right. We went young. We went young with a 19-year-old small forward. We went with... He participated in the dunk contest, Derek Jones Jr. Just for the... Just, for the height. I'm just still looking through them. Just seeing if there are any other good prospects, but there weren't really that many good prospects left. So I'm just like, I decided to just go with him. As I'm still looking through all the prospects, I just went up and selected him. I think. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Right, for our last pick, I just went with a huge guy. Huge guy, which always seems to end up in my teams, all my friends' teams, no matter what Myleague it is. 7'3". I think I'm still looking through the young players, but I went with Boban Marjanovic. Just great player. He's 7'3", that's why he always ends up in our teams. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I am wrong. I went with Jameer Nelson, and I went with Boban on the next pick. Oh, I forgot I actually drafted Jameer Nelson, to be honest. I just went with him straight away because he's 7'3", He doesn't want a guy that's 7'3". And yeah, that was my draft. I was actually pretty happy with that draft. When I went looking at the other teams, just download the latest draft class. When I went and looked, I didn't see anything too spectacular. There was maybe the Celtics. Maybe they were probably the only one that really, I said, they could win it all really easily. Or I think it was pretty even across the board. Not much difference between all the other teams. But I did get into some trades here. I was just looking through the. Well, no, actually, I did that after. We're just looking through all the teams now. See, we got Russell Westbrook, Al Horford, Rudy Gay, power 3, good 3. This Grizzlies team with Kevin Durant, Avery Bradley, Darius Saric, they were alright. I thought actually pretty good considering, but they would have had to wait a few years for Darius Saric to improve and stuff. Atlanta Hawks, yeah, alright. But then they have Ty Lawson there as his third best player, and they already have Kyle Lowry. The Heat were definitely a good team. This was one of the better teams. Gordon Hayward, Hassan Whiteside, Ricky Rubio, Lou Williams. That's just a really good team, but they don't have a power forward. That's the only problem. Anthony Davis ended up on the Hornets with Chris Middleton and Steven Adams. So that team would be good, and they have Tyus Jones as a young point guard that might start, or Dante Exum. So that's really good for them. I reckon they have a young team that will improve, but definitely not contend straight away. Chris Paul went to the Jazz with Jay Crowder and Clint Capella. Clint Capella would work well with Chris Paul because it's basically like a DeAndre Jordan-esque. Kemba Walker on the Kings with Draymond Green and Nurkic. That was a team where I looked at, and Jamal Murray, and I was like, they're going to be good. Like, they could play Kemba Walker at the 1, Murray at the 2, Draymond Green at the 3, Nurkic at the 4, and then Robin Lopez at the 5. Knicks, Lillard, Anthony and Cantor, and Tyler Johnson. They're alright team. They might be barely playoffs, but only because of Damian Lillard. Paul George ends up where he wants to be on the Los Angeles Clippers with Gordon Dragic and Pau Gasol. I think that's Jamal Crawford as well. They're alright. They could make the playoffs. Kyrie Irving, Brook Lopez, Tim Hardaway Jr., Trevor Ariza. I don't mind this actually. This is actually pretty good team. Dallas Mavericks, Cat, Barker, D'Angelo Russell, Wilson Chandler. Just great young team really. Isaiah Thomas on the Nets with Vucevic, I think. Dirk Otto. Nuggets get Bradley Beal and LaMarcus. That team, not really that good. Pacers, Jokic. I'm just speeding through this now. I don't even get to finish my sentences. Kawhi on the Pelicans. Can't remember who that was on the Detroit Pistons. Griffin and Drummond on the Rockets. They were pretty hard. Stephen Curry on the Spurs, though. Yeah. Marcus Cousins on the Kings with Harrison Barnes and Dion Waiters. Harden ended up back at OKC with Dennis Schroeder and Julius Randle. And I was looking at this, and they were like basically look like the same as us, but with Harden really. Kristaps Porzingis on the Timberwolves, Marc Gasol and Chris Bosh on the Trailblazers, McCollum, Wiggins and Rose on the Warriors. James, oh no, looking at the wrong thing. Butler, Eric Bledsoe on the 76ers, Greg Monroe as well, TJ Warren. That's an alright team. That might do alright. Giannis is loyal and stays with Milwaukee somehow with DeAndre Jordan and Zach LaVine, I think. Actually, no, DeAndre's on the Bulls. My bad. John Wall on the Cavs, and that was the team I'm talking about. LeBron James, Jeff Teague, Dwayne Wade, Marcin Gortat. That's a good team, and they think they ended up first in the Eastern Conference. But you know, our team's looking fine. I reckon we could definitely go first in the conference for ours. Celtics definitely favourites to go first. So now I was just getting to trades, and I'm like, who do I want to trade? Because I really liked our team, really. But the first trade I started to make was I was trying to go for Jamal Murray but then I didn't want to give up Al Horford as well. I tried to put JJ Redick in there, get something going, but I just couldn't work it out. Really. But I did end up finding a young shooting guard to trade with, which was, I feel like, really a good. I just didn't want to give up Jamal Murray. That was all. I tried to put my picks in, but they had protection back up on them. I didn't know what the hell that was, but obviously I know now. I tried to put second rounds, but obviously it doesn't work. Yeah, I just couldn't get Jamal Murray to come over, or the Kings to give out Jamal Murray. And I did end up finding a shooting guard, 22 years of age, which basically does what Oh no, I tried to trade Rudy Gay first because I didn't really like Rudy Gay. I ended up getting. I can't remember who I ended up getting for him, but I did trade him. I'm pretty sure I could have gone with that trade there to get Paul Millsap or Hassan Whiteside. What trade did I end up taking? Better have taken a smart trade. Malcolm Brogdon. I was tempted to take that one because he's a really good shooting guard, point guard. I think I packaged him in with the trade I was talking about earlier, revolving around the young shooting guard. I don't want to reveal his name yet until it actually pops up on the screen, but going back to Rudy Gay trades, some terrible trades there. Could have got Andre Drummond from the Rockets. It's either that is what I was looking at. Rudy Gay and JJ Redick for Buddy Hield and Jeremy Lamb. But I was thinking, get rid of Jeremy Lamb. Give me Iggy. I was thinking. And I'll put Jeremy Lamb in again. Try to go for a third team trade. And try to get something out of that team as well. I think went with who did I go with? Don't know. I can't even remember myself. I'm actually intrigued of who I went with here. Did I even make the third team trade work or not? I can't even remember. Looking at positions, just I feel so dumb that I can't remember what I did. That's kind of, not very good. Well, it's not good memory, but just trying to remember it. That's all. I don't know if I even put a third team in. I think I remember doing it, but then taking it out. I think I tried to get Harrison Barnes. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but Harrison Barnes in exchange for Jeremy Lamb, basically for them. Not very good trade for them. The Raptors said the trade was acceptable, but the Suns would not do that trade, and I know why. It's obvious. It's basically swapping Harrison Barnes for Jeremy Lamb. And then they both didn't like that, so I just declined the trade and went back into it, I think. The Buddy Hield. Yeah. No, I went through looking at other trades. Look at Otto Porter, that would have been a nice trade, but I ended up deciding to go with the Buddy Hield trade. But who I gave up for him, or like decided to take out Jeremy Lamb and Alfred Payton. Or what am I talking about? Put Iggy in. They wanted Joe Ingles and to get rid of Jeremy Lamb. I was not taking that because I needed Joe Ingles in my team before the shooting, and they just wanted to get rid of Jeremy Lamb. Really, I'm like, no, get out here. So then they ended up getting rid of Jack Jones and that guy. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. Because Jack Jones probably wasn't going to get any minutes on my team anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, that's it for the first episode. Unless I make another trade. No, just go into the minutes and stuff. Yeah, that's it for the first episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and the most important thing of all, subscribe, please. I need them. And yeah, that's it. Just going through minutes, and hopefully Buddy Hield can improve to be a really good player. And that was my thinking behind the trade, really. Basically, they do the same thing. Basically, hopefully he can improve to be better at it though. Because he's younger. That was my thinking. Yeah, that's it really. Thanks for watching. In the next episode, I think we'll be playing. I haven't actually looked at it, but I think we'll be playing the Grizzlies. I don't want to say that just in case I'm wrong, but I already said it, so. Yeah, I think we're playing the Grizzlies, but if not, well, you'll find out in the next episode who we play. But that's it for this episode. Like, thank you for watching, and see ya. Every single thing that I love.